Hey guys, happy Wednesday. I keep on forgetting what day it is. I'm like, is it Friday? Yes, the title is true. The caption is true. You're probably like, what? Brooke gets into funks. Yes, I do. In fact, I am in one right now. Hey, Michaela. I am in one right this second. Right this second. You might not believe it because I have makeup on and I seem smiley. I like that fake it till you make it life. And so I want to talk to you about what I am doing right now, what I have always done, and I have to keep this video short because my battery's gonna die. But that's fine. It doesn't need to be a long video because it's really simple. Let's not overcomplicate this. But I want to take away the taboo feeling of being in funks because so many people think that being in a funk is abnormal and that it's not allowed and that it's weird and that it means that we should quit and like just feel guilty, and we just beat ourselves up. We are so hard on ourselves, aren't we? And I'm currently in a funk right now. This entire week I have been. You know, I'm going through stuff in my life and it's thick. It's hard stuff to deal with, but I don't go away. So that's tip number one. I don't go away. I stay. I do the shit anyways. I do the crap anyways. Write down this quote if you have a tendency to hide underneath a rock when shit gets tough. I may not always be motivated, but I am always self-disciplined. And if you haven't read this book, Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, you need to read it because it covers everything you will experience mentally as a mental obstacle in your life with this business. This is one of the first PD books that I ever read in year 2 of my business, and it changed my life. It literally changed my life and it changed my business. And any time I've ever gone through a funk, I kept this concept in mind, and it has saved me through the darkest of times. Say hey if you guys are hopping on. So what do? I do not go away. I lean in, but I focus on what matters most. Okay? So vital behaviors. Vital behaviors, you guys, don't overcomplicate it. They're called vital behaviors for a reason. Bring yourself back to the basics when you're in a funk. None of us are exempt from getting into funks. Hey, Monique, life happens. Life setbacks are going to happen. Shit happens, right? I love the quote, it's okay to not be okay, but it's not okay to stay that way. And I repeat those things over and over again. I may not be motivated, but I'm self-disciplined. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, right? Like, turn on your computer and just go. Turn on your phone and invite, go. Recognize the shit out of a coach right now, go. Talk to someone right now, go. Like, I just do it. Even though I don't want to talk to anyone right now. I don't want to talk to anyone right now. I still do it anyways. And what do you know, you guys? It brings me out of my funk. It gives me the endorphins that help me get out of my shit, right? I do my workout. I did my workout at 5 in the morning this morning. I didn't want to get up. Thank God for our accountability workout. But I'm like, I need to do this. I put a smile on my face. Even though I'm not feeling it inside, my heart is hurting right now. But I'm smiling. Because when you smile, it tricks your mind into thinking that way, right? Self-care, personal development, you guys, inspirational stuff. If reading's really hard for me, so when I'm struggling, I love to listen to podcasts because listening to the person's energy, especially Ed Mylett. Oh my God, if you guys have not listened to Ed Mylett, he will light your soul on fire. He's like Tony Robbins. Like, they just make you want to go and send like 50 invites. Even if you're going through shit in your life, you're like, I'm gonna go and like take massive action because I believe in myself and I can do this. Screw life setbacks, you know? So self-care, vital behaviors. I invite, I recognize people, I drink my shake, I read my PD or listen to my PD, and I do my freaking workout. If you do that and you show up on social media, no matter what, you will become happy. You will get through it. Do not lean away from our amazing positive team. It is you guys that help get me through these tough times. It is your friendship. It is the impact that we all get to make. It is the purpose that we have as coaches, as mentors, as leaders that help us get through these tough times, because we pour ourselves into other people, and it is the positive energy that other people put out because of what we're pouring into them. They pour back into us, and it fills our cups up, right? But if we stifle and suffocate ourselves and therefore other people, we suffocate the energy, and we keep that positive energy bottled up. So just put on some makeup. I put on some makeup today. I never do that, but I'm like, I need to do things that take care of me, right? I feel better just putting makeup on. I have major acne right now, and you can't tell because I have makeup on. I feel better about that. I'm smiling, right? I'm surrounding myself by people who make me happy. Self-care. What else? Forgiving myself. I forgive myself. I don't cut myself some slack as far as like giving myself excuses, but like, let's say today I send out 10 invites versus 25, or 25 invites versus 50. Oops. At least I did it. Slight edge, baby. Read that book, I'm telling you. You'll get what I mean. If you've read that book, you know what I'm talking about. Baby steps forward is still a pace. And even if there are some days that you have to walk or even crawl in this business, it's okay. But it doesn't define you. It doesn't mean you're not still sprinting with this business. It just means that day, maybe you have to walk. Or maybe that morning you're walking. But later in the evening, you're like, fuck it. You're doing everything that I just mentioned to raise your energy, and by the evening you're like, screw the funk, I'm not in a funk anymore, let's do this thing. And you're like back to sprinting in your business, right? So we over dramatize and overcomplicate what's going on. And yes, does depression and anxiety exist? Absolutely. I firmly believe that I am going through something. I've never been diagnosed with ADHD, anxiety, or depression, but you guys, I'm pretty damn certain I have something. So for you to say that you can't make your dreams come true with this business because you're X, Y, and Z, fudge that. Because I'm X, Y, and Z. But the only difference between me and you is that I don't give up. I don't take my foot off the gas for an extended period of time. I have a fast rebound time. Someone pushes me down, I get the F up and I brush myself off and I say, better luck next time. Better luck next time, because I have more strength now. Totally reached out to Nicole because I'm having an off day. Glad I got on here and you're talking about this. Such a blessing. Aw, thanks, Sarah. Yeah, I was just talking earlier, Sarah, about how we over dramatize the funk, and we think it's abnormal and we try to avoid it instead of embracing it and being like, okay, I feel you, you're here, but that's okay. You don't have to be here anymore. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make you go over here. I see you, you're still there, but you're not taking over my life anymore. That's like what I'm trying to get at. I'm all about like analogies and like visualization, and that's the only thing I could like really think of. It's still there. Like, my heart hurts today. I'm sad, I'm angry, I'm upset, I'm frustrated. But I'm not, if I keep focusing on that, what do you think I'm gonna get? What you focus on expands. So as much as I obviously know that depression and anxiety exist, I do know and firmly believe that people focus too much on what's not going right, and then they fail to bring in to their life what will go right and all the abundance, because they are focusing on scarcity mindset. Because of the funk that they're in, they start to squash and limit everything in their life because they function from a very low place. You're welcome, Allie. You guys, literally everyone in this team page, including myself, goes through funks. So especially as a new coach, that's seriously so normal. I call them phase 2 coaches. It's when you've been in this for like a couple weeks and you're getting told no, and you have maybe your first couple naysayers. People don't want to join you yet. Maybe you've only had a couple people. Let's celebrate that. Holy crap, that's a huge deal. You know, like your motivation is lowering because of that, and also you're probably not doing your personal development either, and then you're still learning. You're brand new to this, so like you're a brand new baby coach and you have like all these things lowering, which puts you in funks, and then you start to feel like a failure. You start to think that you're a failure because you think that that's abnormal. No. That's normal. But what's not normal is if you stay there. What's not normal is if you don't do personal development. What's not normal is if you don't accept it to be normal and move on from it, right? It's just mindset switch. I think Shaun T at one point said you can give yourself 24 hours to boo-hoo about it and then move on. I love that, Monique. I love that. Yeah, you guys, I'm not saying to not feel pain, right? Like if someone I love died today, like, yes, of course, like you need to grieve. You need to like embrace all the feels. But I kind of think of this job as any other job, you guys. Like, do I have the ability to just not show up to my speech therapy job? Like, no, I would get fired. So what's different about this job? You can't just be like, mental health day, sorry. You'd get fired. So this business is no different. Every day that you don't show up, it's going to affect you next week, in 30 days, 60 days. The action you do or don't do today is going to affect you in 90 days plus. That's why it's so easy to not show up, is because we don't see the immediate effects right away, good or bad. And that's the biggest, that's why I say inconsistency is the silent killer. So remove the emotion, you guys. Stop being so feeling based and leading with feelings. It comes back to that quote, I may not be motivated, but I'm always self-disciplined. I'm struggling right now. I'm leaning into you versus my natural tendency to crawl underneath a rock. It's been a really hard year for me, transitioning from 1 to 2 kids, postpartum shit, that being hard on my marriage. Being really transparent with you guys, it's not been all unicorns and butterflies over here, but you see me crushing my business, right? You see me crushing my goals, so you must assume that everything's just hunky-dory over here. It's not. Do I make the most of my bad days? Absolutely. And I make sure I have good days, you know? Like, I do not let myself wallow. I love that quote too. Stop wallowing in your shit and start walking through it. Then and only then will you see success in this business, because you're always gonna have shit. You're always gonna have excuses and self-limiting beliefs and fears, but are you gonna walk through it? F that. Not walk through it. Are you gonna like pummel through it? Because that is when you're gonna see success. So I wanted to address this taboo subject that everyone like tries to avoid, and I'm over here like, I'm in a funk, hello, but you don't see me complaining. You don't see me being like, wah, wah, wah. Like, biggest pet peeve, you guys, I'm sure you know this, complainers. Don't complain. If you're coming to me, you need to ask me in the form of a question. You need to be solution oriented, because then and only then will you see success. You can't lead with complaints. You can't lead with the negativity. You always have to be positive. You have to choose that. It's choice. It's literally a choice every day to be positive. It's a choice. Some people might not agree with me on that, but after personal experience these last 4.5 years, this business is all mindset. Just listen to Ed Mylett, Unlock Your Mind. Literally, it's this. Oh my God, Allie, that's so awesome. I don't know if you were on earlier, Allie, on this video, but I seriously said Ed Mylett. He is changing my life. He's very much like Tony Robbins. You guys, subscribe to his podcast. So good. He speaks to your soul. He gets you out of your head and just gets you to simplify things and stop overcomplicating things and stop over dramatizing things. Take control of your life. Take control of your brain. It's going to screw you up sometimes. It's not a perfect machine. So forgive it. Forgive yourself and move on. Right? Like, just move on. Brush it off. You're better than that. You can do this. I know you can. And if I can do it, you can do it too. I don't want to be that person on a pedestal being like, wah, wah, wah. But I'm just saying, like, I go through shit too. And man, if I can accomplish what I've accomplished this year by going through numerous funks, I felt like I was in more funks than not. You can do this. You can do this. I promise. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard as shit. I never said this was going to be easy, but you can do this. And the more you practice, choosing, the more you practice positivity, the more natural it becomes and the faster your rebound time. I promise. I love you guys, and I hope this could speak to you today. Hug me virtually if you can. I need some hugs today. I knew that I would feel better coming on here and just talking about my feelings a little bit in a positive way, and allowing you guys to feel but not cave into that shit. So, all right. Love you. Have a good week.